Really, it's towards the back of the audit reports, beginning on page 70. So go ahead and start with just sort of the process, just to give you an idea. The auditors come into our district around July, after the end of the fiscal year. They'll come in with a team of about 4, 5, 6 people. They spend about 2 weeks at the district, and then they also visit some of the sites. They collect documentation on attendance. They collect data on our revenues. They look at our categoricals. They look at pretty much everything. The auditors will then leave, give the district the opportunity to go ahead and close the books, which is a process, as you know, it takes several weeks. They come back, reconcile, take another week or two, and then complete the audit report. So I'll go ahead and begin on page 70. One of the findings noted was an internal control finding. This has to do with ASB accounts, and particularly at our middle school, that certain transactions weren't reconciled in a timely manner, and we didn't have an appropriate process in place to make sure that transactions were reconciled in a timely manner. So this was an issue that I had actually worked with Principal DeVoe at the high school on, and really trying to find a way that we can follow the correct protocols and procedures as it relates to ASB accounting. And
I want to ask a question, because we had this issue about 3 years ago. We cleaned it all up, and last time when we did the audit, we didn't have a problem. So whatever we implemented last time at VHS was working along just fine. You began by saying it was at the middle school,
right,
but you referenced Mr. DeVoe. So
right. Well, the reason I had referenced Mr. DeVoe is what we didn't have in place before was we didn't have any type of software or any type of tools to really analyze how these funds are being utilized. So Mr. DeVoe and I worked to find a vendor who would have the appropriate software. Many school districts use software to track ASB funds. So we were able to identify a company called the Active Network, and they actually were able to provide us with a very reasonably priced system for both the middle school and the high school. So we've begun to implement that now as a sort of an internal control mechanism to help better account for ASB funds. There were no findings at the high school last year or this year.
That's why I'm asking. So the findings.
Well, Mr. Hall, you're the Scoutmaster here, and John Scoutmaster. What would you say about scouting to young people today?
You know, I can tell you quite honestly that not enough young boys do scouts. Boy Scouts is what creates or helps build a young boy to become a young man by learning how to deal with things in the outdoors. And I don't feel like enough kids get out nowadays, especially young boys. They're so glued to the computers, or they don't have the opportunity because maybe they're in the inner city. And Boy Scouting, even in the inner city, offers young boys an opportunity to get out into the wilderness, to do camping, backpacking, hiking, kayaking, and canoeing, and all these activities that maybe otherwise they wouldn't have a chance to do. It's an important program. I think that our nation would be less without it.
And people here in Acton, Agua, Dulce, if they saw this and were interested, what would they do? Can they go online or call a phone number?
They can go to actontroop145.org.
Okay.
Or they can just call me on my cell phone. I'm available all day, every day for anybody that wants to get information about joining Troop 145 or joining our Pack 145. If they're under 10 years old or under 11 years old, they can join Cub Scouts. And that number is 661-904-2137.
Congratulations again on what looks like a fine Eagle Scout.
He's a good Eagle Scout. He's been a good Scout, and he'll continue to be a good asset to our troop.
Thank you. What a great day today after all the time you spent in scouting, and it came on quick and it's going to go by quick, but what a great day today.
It sure was. I'm really proud of Josh. He did it all himself. We tried to help him and give him little nudges along the way, but in the end he came through, and he usually does. He always does on those things. So we're really, really proud of him today. It's a great accomplishment.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah. As grandpa of a brand new Eagle Scout and a longtime Scoutmaster and leader, what are your thoughts today?
Well, one can only expect certain things in life. most things in life you work for, others are given to you. This is something that I really didn't work for, but it was given to me as my grandson reached the rank of Eagle Scout. And it's something I've always looked forward to. I've had several of my younger children become Eagle Scouts. We are an Eagle Scout and a scouting family. So I'm most appreciative of the fact that Josh has become an Eagle Scout. I have another grandson. Shortly will be coming up to the rank of Eagle Scout, and I'm really looking forward to that as well.
Well, congratulations again. Obviously, some of them gave him a good example. And
well, I hope so. I mean, I've been in scouting now for about 45 or 50 years. And along the way, you do certain things, you hope it turns out, and it looks like my crowd and the family has done well for themselves.
Thank you again for your time.
You're welcome.